Long before the championships, the records, and the global fame, LeBron James was a kid from Akron, Ohio, with an extraordinary talent for basketball. He was born on December 30th, 1984. His mother, Gloria James, raised him while facing difficult economic conditions. Life was not always stable, but basketball soon became a place where LeBron could focus his energy and show what he could do. And people noticed very quickly. At St. Vincent St. Mary High School in Akron, LeBron became much more than a talented local player. He became a national story. His combination of size, speed, strength, passing, and basketball intelligence was unusual for a teenager. He led his high school team to 3 state championships in 4 seasons. He was also named Ohio's Mr. Basketball 3 years in a row. By his final years in high school, major media organizations were following his games, and some were already asking an incredible question. Could this teenager become one of the greatest basketball players of all time? The expectations were enormous. LeBron did not go to college. In 2003, he entered the NBA draft directly from high school, and the story had a perfect connection to his home. The Cleveland Cavaliers, a team from his home state of Ohio, had the first pick. They selected LeBron James number 1 overall. He was only 18 years old. For most young players, entering the NBA is already a huge challenge. LeBron had something more difficult to manage. He was expected to transform an entire franchise before he had even played his first professional game. But his first season suggested that the attention was justified. As a rookie, LeBron averaged 20.9 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 5.9 assists per game. He won the 2003-04 NBA Rookie of the Year award. Cleveland also improved from only 17 victories before his arrival to 35 victories in his first season. Still, this was only the beginning. LeBron became stronger, more experienced, and more complete. He could score, but he was not simply a scorer. He could create opportunities for his teammates, attack the basket, rebound, and control the rhythm of a game. Cleveland slowly changed with him. In 2006, the Cavaliers reached the playoffs for the first time in LeBron's career. Then came 2007. Cleveland advanced through the Eastern Conference and reached the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. LeBron was only 22, but the San Antonio Spurs were an experienced championship team. They defeated Cleveland 4-0 in the finals. It was a painful result, but it also showed how far LeBron had already taken the Cavaliers. The next question was obvious. Could Cleveland build a championship team around him? During the following seasons, LeBron reached another level individually. In the 2008-09 season, the Cavaliers won 66 games, the best record in the NBA. LeBron averaged 28.4 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 7.2 assists, and won his first NBA Most Valuable Player award. 1 year later, he won the MVP again. At only 25 years old, LeBron was now a 2-time league MVP. But one important thing was still missing: a championship. Cleveland had excellent regular seasons, but the team could not return to the finals. In 2009, the Orlando Magic eliminated the Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals. In 2010, Cleveland lost to the Boston Celtics in the second round. And suddenly, basketball was not the only story. LeBron's contract was ending. He was about to become a free agent, which meant he could choose where to play next. Cleveland wanted its superstar to stay. Other teams saw a rare opportunity to sign one of the best players in the world. And LeBron had a difficult decision to make. Should he remain close to home and continue trying to bring a championship to Cleveland? Or should he leave and search for a better opportunity somewhere else? In the summer of 2010, that question became one of the biggest stories in American sports. Miami had Dwayne Wade. Chris Bosh was also preparing for a new chapter in his career, and the possibility of several stars joining the same team was becoming very real. For 7 seasons, LeBron James had tried to take Cleveland to the top. He had become Rookie of the Year, a 2-time MVP, an NBA Finals player, and one of the most famous athletes in the world. But he still had no championship ring. Now, at 25, he had to make one of the most important decisions of his life. Cleveland wanted him to stay. Other teams wanted the chance to build around him. And in Miami, something unusual was beginning to take shape. Dwayne Wade was there. Chris Bosh was considering his future. And for the first time, the possibility of three major stars playing together was becoming very real. LeBron had spent his entire NBA career trying to win a championship for his home state team. But in the summer of 2010, he decided that his path to a title would take him somewhere else. Miami changed everything. In July 2010, LeBron announced that he would join the Miami Heat. There, he would play with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, creating one of the most famous superstar groups in NBA history. The reaction was enormous. Many fans in Cleveland felt betrayed. LeBron had grown up in Ohio and had spent 7 seasons trying to win there. Now, he was leaving without delivering the championship the city wanted. In Miami, the expectations were completely different. Winning was no longer the dream. It was the requirement. The Heat reached the NBA Finals in their first season together. Their opponent was the Dallas Mavericks, led by Dirk Nowitzki. Miami was expected to win, but Dallas had other plans. The Mavericks won the series 4-2, and LeBron received heavy criticism. His performance was especially questioned because his scoring dropped in the finals. For a player who had spent years hearing that he could become one of the greatest ever, this was a difficult moment, but also changed him. The following season, LeBron played with greater confidence and control. He averaged 27.1 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 6.2 assists during the regular season and won his third NBA MVP award. Then Miami returned to the finals. This time, the opponent was the Oklahoma City Thunder, with young stars Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. Miami lost Game 1. Then it won the next 4. The Heat became NBA champions, and LeBron was named Finals MVP after averaging 28.6 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 7.4 assists in the series. 9 years after entering the NBA with enormous expectations, LeBron finally had his first championship, and he did not stop there. The 2012-13 season became one of the strongest of his career. Miami won 66 games, including an incredible 27-game winning streak. LeBron averaged 26.8 points, 8 rebounds, and 7.3 assists while shooting 56.5% from the field. He won his 4th MVP award. But another championship will be much harder. In the 2013 Finals, Miami faced the San Antonio Spurs. Late in Game 6, the Heat were extremely close to losing the championship. Then Chris Bosh collected an offensive rebound and passed the ball to Ray Allen. Allen moved behind the three-point line. He shot, and he scored. That famous basket tied the game. Miami eventually won in overtime and then won Game 7. LeBron finished the series averaging 25.3 points, 10.9 rebounds, and 7 assists, and earned another Finals MVP award. 2 championships, 2 Finals MVP awards in a row. But Miami's dominance would not last forever. The Heat reached the Finals again in 2014, making it 4 consecutive Finals appearances during LeBron's 4 seasons in Miami. This time, San Antonio controlled the series and won 4-1. LeBron now faced another major decision. And once again, Cleveland was waiting. In July 2014, 4 years after leaving, LeBron returned to the Cavaliers. His objective was clear: bring a championship to Northeast Ohio. Cleveland quickly built a powerful team around him, including Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. In LeBron's first season back, the Cavaliers reached the 2015 NBA Finals against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. But Cleveland had serious problems. Love was already out because of injury, and Irving was injured during Game 1 of the Finals. LeBron carried an enormous offensive responsibility, and Cleveland even took a 2-1 series lead. But Golden State recovered and won the championship in 6 games. For Cleveland, the wait continued. 1 year later, the Cavaliers and Warriors met again. But the situation was even more intimidating. Golden State had just completed a historic 73-win regular season. During the finals, the Warriors took a 3-1 series lead. No team had ever recovered from a 3-1 deficit to win the NBA Finals. Cleveland needed 3 consecutive victories. LeBron and Kyrie Irving responded with 41 points each in Game 5. LeBron scored another 41 in Game 6. And suddenly, everything depended on one final game in Oakland. Game 7 was extremely close. With less than 2 minutes remaining and the score tied, Golden State attacked quickly. Andre Iguodala appeared to have a clear opportunity near the basket. LeBron chased him from behind. He jumped, and he blocked the shot. It became one of the most famous defensive plays in NBA history. Soon after, Kyrie Irving hit a crucial three-pointer over Stephen Curry. Cleveland won 93-89. The Cavaliers were NBA champions. LeBron had led the first successful comeback from a 3-1 deficit in NBA Finals history, and he was named Finals MVP. More importantly, Cleveland had its first major professional sports championship in 52 years. LeBron had finally completed the promise that had followed him since he was a teenager in Ohio. But the NBA was changing again. Golden State became even stronger, adding Kevin Durant to a team that already included Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Cleveland returned to the finals in 2017 and 2018, but the Warriors won both series. By the summer of 2018, LeBron had reached the NBA Finals 8 consecutive times. He had won 3 championships. He had returned home and delivered the title Cleveland had waited decades to celebrate. At 33 years old, there was very little left for him to prove. But instead of finishing his career in Ohio, LeBron looked west. His next destination was Los Angeles. In July 2018, LeBron signed with the Los Angeles Lakers, one of the most famous teams in basketball. His first season did not go as planned. The Lakers missed the playoffs, and LeBron suffered a serious groin injury. But in 2019, Los Angeles added another superstar, Anthony Davis. Together, they transformed the team. The 2019-20 season was unlike any other. The NBA stopped play because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Months later, the season continued inside a controlled environment at Walt Disney World in Florida, commonly called the NBA bubble. The Lakers reached the finals against LeBron's former team, the Miami Heat. Los Angeles won the series 4-2. LeBron averaged 29.8 points, 11.8 rebounds, and 8.5 assists in the finals, and was named Finals MVP. It was his 4th championship, and he became the first player to win Finals MVP with 3 different franchises. But as LeBron moved through his late 30s, another part of his career became increasingly important: longevity. For years, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's career scoring record had seemed almost impossible to break. Then, on February 7, 2023, LeBron scored his 38,388th regular season point and passed Kareem. He was now the NBA's all-time leading scorer. And he kept going. In March 2024, he became the first NBA player to reach 40,000 regular season points. That summer, at age 39, LeBron returned to the Olympic Games with Team USA. The United States won gold in Paris, and LeBron was named MVP of the men's basketball tournament. He averaged 14.2 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 8.5 assists across 6 victories. Then basketball gave him something no NBA player had experienced before. The Lakers selected his oldest son, LeBron James, with the 55th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft. On October 22, 2024, LeBron and Bronny entered a regular season game together. For the first time in NBA history, a father and son played together in the league. But Los Angeles was also preparing for the future. In February 2025, the Lakers shocked the basketball world by trading Anthony Davis to Dallas in a deal that brought Luka Doncic to Los Angeles. LeBron had spent years inspiring the next generation. Now one of that generation's biggest stars was his teammate. Only 1 month later, another record arrived. LeBron became the first player to score 50,000 points when regular season and playoff points are combined. And somehow, he continued playing. The 2025-26 season was his 23rd NBA season, a new level of longevity in the league. The Lakers reached the playoffs and defeated Houston 4-2 in the first round, with LeBron leading Los Angeles in points, rebounds, and assists for the series. Their run ended in the next round, when the Oklahoma City Thunder swept Los Angeles 4-0. That defeat also became the end of LeBron's 8 seasons with the Lakers. In the summer of 2026, at age 41, he considered retirement, but he chose to continue. In July, LeBron announced that he would join the Philadelphia 76ers. The move became official days later, giving him another opportunity to compete in the Eastern Conference alongside players, including Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. As of August 2026, LeBron James is preparing for his 24th NBA season. Think about that journey. A teenager from Akron entered the NBA in 2003, carrying expectations that seemed almost impossible. More than 2 decades later, he has won 4 NBA championships, 4 regular season MVP awards, and 4 Finals MVP awards. He became the league's all-time scoring leader, won Olympic gold medals, played with his own son, and remained an important NBA player into his 40s. But statistics explain only part of his story. LeBron's career connects different generations of basketball. He competed against stars from the early 2000s, dominated during the 2010s, and continued playing against athletes who grew up watching him. Few careers in professional sports last this long. Even fewer remain relevant for so much of that time. Now, let's review some useful English words. Longevity means the ability to continue for a very long time. Teammate is a person who plays on the same team as you. Record is the best or highest achievement officially measured in a sport. Legacy is the lasting impact a person leaves behind. And perhaps legacy is the most interesting word when we talk about LeBron James. Is he the greatest basketball player of all time? There is no statistic that can completely answer that question. Fans can compare championships, records, individual awards, different eras, and players such as Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and many others. But one thing is much easier to say. LeBron James changed what people believed was possible in an NBA career. And in August 2026, remarkably, that career is not finished yet. Thank you for listening to Learn and Chat. Keep listening, keep learning, stay curious, and I'll see you in our next story.